Whenever you start streaming,
It's
I'll
live.
just copy the link. Is it live? Alright,
Yeah.
perfect. I'll copy and paste the link and I'll put it in. Can Bagel, can you do me a favor? Can you go on your phone or laptop or whatever you have and whatchamacallit, go onto the stream and have the chat up? Because my phone's on 6% and I need to preserve.
I can rather do that, or I can just do it so I can see the chats at the side. Yeah, I can do the chats at the side, but... Right, include thingy, share party, audios both on. Advanced setting. What is it? Display, spectators and comments, yes.
Yeah.
Jesus, my screen. Fuck me. It's called Hi Guys. I'm gonna edit that. Yeah, no, it won't load. Comments to speech. What? Oh wait, no, that's speech. Message to spectators. Nothing. Just nothing. There we go. Did we?
No, I put us on a casual.
Oh.
I changed the matchmaker by the way, so
through.
you only get bomb.
Good. Jesus, it feels weird from playing on full screen instead of literally that. Ash just walked through. Whoa, lovely.
We've almost 150 people in this goddamn server.
Yep.
This has gone way bigger than my expectations ever came.
That's what I said. I said this league needs to start hurrying up. That's why I said we need to get fixtures done now, organised by tonight, tomorrow morning the latest, and then rather games be played by Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
NBA 1, good vibes.
We just need to. This
that guy just got clapped.
Exactly. We just need to get the games played by Wednesday. We'll announce that.
I don't. Yeah, but I'm unsure which one though, because obviously tomorrow people are gonna do go fours and shit. Obviously we can't because we're barred.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is plenty time to play games. We've got
and
plenty
we're
of
barred
casters.
from go four, so we can't even do that.
Why you not gonna go for?
Basically, right, we played the game the other week and went on to win the Go 4 because it was a full Diamond and Champ team. Wellesley's played with them before.
It wasn't even a Diamond team, it was full Champ team.
You picking games.
They're the 7th Champ in Europe and all.
No, replay, we've already picked the games, we're just announcing the games because this is what Guess Who wanted. Yeah, so...
This is what everyone wanted, not just Guess Who.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've already sorted it out, so it just goes easier for us. And instead of just watching the wheel go round, we thought, give you a bit of gameplay at the same time. 2 birds, 1 stone, basically. Yeah, so we're barred till the 1st of May now.
We can do it next
Sunday.
Sunday.
5 go-4s left, right?
Yep, but we're barred from until...
left?
Because ESL aren't doing it anymore, are they?
Yeah, it's Spacer.
No, ESL are gonna keep doing it, but Pro League isn't staying with them. So ESL are gonna keep doing the games for Siege.
I mean, I would listen to Kane, to be fair,
side
because he does watch Pro League quite a bit.
Like
this is just what I heard. That.
Oh, so we just commented X3 versus Rebel must happen.
no, but
Tune in.
I'm sorry, right? It's just like because everything follows Pro League format in terms of ESL. If Pro League is going to face it, I doubt ESL can keep Go4s going.
I mean, Pro League is still going on, isn't it? It's got just moving to a different person.
The season's ended.
Hey. Feels bad.
And then like a week ago.
R6 God, who the hell's that? Boys, R6 God is in the midst. Oh shit.
Oh,
Kebby and a casual, boys.
Can we reveal the...
Right, yeah, are you ready to start? Is everyone
here
I'm ready
that wants...
to go. Yeah, no, but is everyone here?
Give it another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I need to just put out the announcement. Big
just so everyone... Oh, I just got a lucky wallbang. Oh my god. This stream is for the roster. What games are going to be played. We just give you a bit of background game to watch, basically.
Unbelievable gameplay. I just got clapped.
You just got Bosch G'd.
Exactly. It's my first game on, so I'm gonna be shit.
I mean, it's my
I have
first
to go back
game.
to work
I'm not
after
bothered.
this anyway, so. No, I'm like. Alright, give them another.
Oh god.
Clash
1v5 Clash Ace, go on, boy! Go on, boy! Aw.
Oh.
Well, that's a lose already. Jesus. Not even been on for 10 minutes.
I haven't been on for 2. Yeah, will do you want me to get the games up on my phone here?
I've got the games up on my phone as well.
Just give it another 30 seconds. I know Bagel is eager to do it. Snacks, I'll invite you again because it's just
Yeah, because your fucking connection shit.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. It's just really hard.
Right, what was I gonna do? That's it.
How many people are watching?
16? 17?
Oh, nice. Right, we'll start it now. Myself and Grimsy, or Brandon as you may know him, just going to be announcing the round 2 fixtures for the NBD Siege League, as all of you are eager to understand what I'm saying. All of you are eager to get to know what team you're playing. We've Caesar here, Bagel in the Toaster, some of you may know him. One of Rebels players, good caster. He's just going to be doing a little bit of commentating on the fixtures, just, you know, bit of advice into some teams, because as you all know, he's a good caster, so it'd be good for commentating this. So without further ado, I'm going to pass you on to Grimsy, and Grimsy's going to start off announcing the games one by one. And after every game that he announces, we're just going to talk briefly about the two teams and our predictions for the game. So take it away, Brandon.
Right, so first off, we've got Digital Chaos and versus Nora. So, what do you guys think about that matchup?
In terms of, I guess, ability, probably, like, I'd say maybe even.
I mean, this week we've seen, what, a couple of 7-0s, a couple of 7-1s, a couple of draws.
Push away. And I mean, Nora are a plat team as well. Like, there's no standout players in both of those teams. And I mean that in a way that in this game, I don't see anyone that
Guess
could
who?
stand
Stop
out.
spamming the chat. Cheers.
If you keep spamming the chat, just mute him in chat. But yeah, this is going to be a good game, in my opinion. Definitely. We could see a potential draw. Yeah. We could see a potential draw.
What, guys? Guys in the chat, what do you think about that? Digital Chaos versus Nora. What do you think the outcome will be? 2 draws, 1 game win to each team. What do you think?
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit, are you
I think it'd be tight, but I'm gonna say
I'd say a map to Digital Chaos, a map to Nora.
I'll say DC 2-0, but both games gonna be like 7-5.
Yeah.
Be very tight.
It will be a tight game, no doubt about it.
We're
Alright,
still doing
Brandon,
casual, yeah.
I think...
Next one is DNA versus Nova.
Nova, once again, good team. Some roster changes there recently. DNA also a good team. They proved that in round 1, that they have good capabilities. Once again, evenly matched teams here. So definitely it's going to be a good game. I don't think we're going to have a wipeout in that game. What do you think, Bagel?
I don't know much about either team, so I guess I can't really say. I can't predict anything because I didn't see the DNA game, so I don't know who's on there. I don't know what they can do. So.
What do you think, Brandon?
Well, it could go either way, one way or both ways. They could have good shots for the maps they're gonna play. We don't know what maps, obviously, they're gonna play until God knows when they sort it out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it could go both ways. To be fair,
Definitely.
I'll be watching the game. I'll be definitely watching the game live, or I'll be watching it on a VOD at the same time. I'm still watching it, and I'll still be keeping an eye out. Also, I've played
Yeah.
against these
Same.
guys before.
All
Yeah.
right. I think we can
So,
move on.
are we putting Animal against QUT until we find?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do that.
Right. So QUT ESL will be going against Animal next for the game.
That'll be a good game.
I'm
Definitely.
gonna. If Animal don't play Border, I think Animal can win both maps.
Animal are a good team.
Well, you've always said to me that Border is a bad map and good teams go to die on Border. That's what you've always said to me.
That's in terms of a Pro League thing. But I mean,
TSM, for example, every single time they ban Border.
TSM aren't a Border team, like, period, though, that's the thing.
Exactly. I mean,
But
Border,
I mean, if
the
you
thing
saw
is
a
with Border,
game,
it's not an attack or defense sided map, in my
it's more
opinion,
attack,
personally.
it's slightly attacker favored.
I think Border is one of the most neutral maps in Siege, competitive at the moment.
But I think if you look at, because we played Animal in the Randy League and we lost 7-4 on Club, but then 7-0 them on Border.
Yeah.
But I think if Animal take that away and either work on Border or just choose to scrap it completely from like the map pool, I genuinely think they could win that. However.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think, Brandon? Two good teams there, anyway.
But I mean,
Two good teams, like Kane's just said. Obviously, they played him in the Randy League. They 7 forward. Well, they got 7 forward, but then managed to get to 7-0. And going off that, then Border's just not their best map. So if they get Border, then unless they come up with some good, decent shots for it or anything, then I would presume it might be like a 7-1, 7-2.
Yeah.
But unless they've not come up with any shots, then well, did they use any shots against you? Beagle in the
I mean, one thing that I will point out with some of these teams is that some of these teams play very much ranked style, so they don't really go strats.
One thing about Animal is I want to give props to Giraffe, because that guy is definitely the fucking key player for them. If he shows up, then Animal are gonna take that away, in my personal opinion. But again, I'm only a caster, so what the fuck do I know?
No. It's good to have your opinion because you're a knowledgeable person.
I'm just because Reddit. If you're a caster and you say anything, that's just your response. You're a caster, you don't know shit.
But you're watching all the games.
Exactly. Next game, Soul Brandon.
Next game is 1-2 versus Undisputed Gaming.
Once again, very evenly matched team.
I mean, if you saw 1-2 against Step Bro Limit did kind of shaft him.
Yeah, we was watching that game.
Based off that, I'm probably going to say Undisputed Gaming could take that. But, I don't know. Hard to say.
It all depends on maps, really, because I did see them play on Clubhouse that game, and it was a very nice map. It was a very comfortable map for Step Bro Limit. So I don't know whether it's an uncomfortable map for 1-2, or they just didn't perform. But like I said,
being a former Step Bro Limit player myself, they are very good at Clubhouse.
Yeah. I mean, Clubhouse is a very... You either love it or you hate it. There's no middle with Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of maps in Siege at the moment that are like that. Villa, Clubhouse, Coastline. You either love it or you hate it. There's no middle. Border, in my opinion, I just like Border. It's one of the only maps right now that mostly a lot of teams will say I can tolerate it. If you get me. Okay. Brandon's tired. Fourth form. Yeah. Alright, next game,
right,
Brandon.
So the next game is PFL versus Karuma.
Karuma aren't going to win that.
Okay.
I mean, I've told him
I
to be
mean,
totally honest, so...
true.
I'm just saying,
Kuruma
Karima.
just they haven't even
Be
played a
honest.
game in the NBD Siege League yet. So I can't even answer that, to be honest with you, because they literally haven't even, whatchamacallit, like, given an opportunity for us to commentate on their gameplay in our league. I mean, in other leagues, they don't have a great record. So, I
I mean,
mean,
they've done some roster changes since
yeah.
they signed up.
It's really all down to the day. I mean, Kuruma
Down to the day in the
are
maps. If they played ranked
exactly.
all day, they're all like run down and shit like that. Aim. Oh god.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people will say Kuruma will not win that game based on their past experiences, but like we've seen this in Pro League with teams such as Cloud9, completely underdog teams, and came to win tournaments like that. But like I said, Kuruma mark in our league yet, so we can't really commentate on their playstyle within our league anyway. That's my opinion on it.
What's your opinion on? Oh,
I
you
gave
know,
my
you've already
opinion.
said yeah.
Karima aren't gonna win it.
Yeah. I mean, it's completely your opinion, to be honest.
Exactly.
The next game is going to be Expo versus Sin.
I
Sin
think
Dynasty is it?
Sin
Yeah,
Dynasty
Sin
will take
Dynasty.
that.
Sin Dynasty, yeah,
I
I
was
think so. They
watching the
might.
Well, I was flicking on and off the Expo game because I was obviously in a scrim at the time, so I was flicking through it. To be fair, what was it? Draw twice, I think.
No, I think it was a win and a draw.
No, I swear it was a draw
I know
twice.
I know they played on this map that me and you are playing on right now, and they did get a draw, 6-6 out of it. It was a
Yeah, I know
close
one of
enough
them was
game.
a draw, but I don't know if it would go for draw.
Yeah. I mean, once again, evenly matched teams. Like, there's no anomalies in these teams at the moment. So, in fairness, I'd say I really can't commentate on that one once again because most of these teams could surprise us.
Yeah,
So,
you never know what they've got behind the door,
exactly.
basically. I'm just gonna say that.
True.
Like for all we know, one of them could have a really good strat, and the other team could just fold like that, and it would all just be down
True.
to that strat they've done.
True. Next game, so
Is RGG against RGB. It's going to be a very interesting matchup, to say that RGG were ex RGB.
Yeah, I think RGB is gonna be tight because I'm gonna say draw. I'm gonna say draw personally.
I mean, I think RGG will take that
shit.
game.
I got shot.
RGG, you've been playing well lately.
At the end of the day, teams can just be holding back straps.
True.
Like, I'm not saying they are, not saying that they're gonna wipe the floor with them, but obviously we don't know until the night what they've done all day, if it's midday, if it's towards the end of the night.
All depends, like. I mean, that's going to be a good game to watch because there's going to be
there's a few good games that I will definitely be rather watching live, or I'm going to be watching on a VOD.
Oh, 100% I'm going to be watching that game because there's going to be a lot of competitiveness within that game. 100%. That's going to be a competitive game. There's going to be a lot of rivalry there.
I would
definitely 100%.
On the games that I think going to be good, I'm going to try getting a good, like a very good hyped caster. So rather it'll be used.
Yeah. I mean, SSG Karuk did a really good
I am
job.
not a
You
high
or
caster.
Karuk?
You're a caster that puts people to sleep, Bagel. That's what you are.
Exactly.
Obviously, get a hype up, and then... Did he just put his gun on one tab? Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
he is.
Interesting play. Yeah, so, might as well just move on to the next match.
Exactly.
Unless you all have anything else to say.
No, I'm good.
Alright, so the next one is Hellfire versus LAGR.
LAGR is going to take that one.
Yeah. But we don't know as of yet if Hellfire's got 2 players. I've told them they've got
and after
today.
their incident with last game,
they're on the first
they're
warning basically as a team.
Exactly. Well, not really that. They're an unpredictable team. In their last game, the 2 players that they got in illegally literally
Wiped the ball with them.
for the want forward carried them. So literally, in fairness, Hellfire haven't proved any skill whatsoever in our league, because in the last game, the 2 illegal players that they did get in, we're not going to mention names, but mostly by now will already know who they are.
I'm right here, come on.
Mostly by now. Well, at least you were mature about it. I will give you that. But don't do that again, or else you're on a match ban.
Yeah, I told you. Right.
But yeah, in fairness, Hellfire haven't proved anything in our league so far.
Well, they were supposed to have an ex NBD player, weren't they? Your mate
yeah,
JJ.
they were supposed to have Snipes underscore YT God or something like that, but I didn't see him there the last game, so I didn't know what was up there.
I didn't see him there, and he's not on the roster anymore.
Yeah, so once again, something must have happened there. But yeah, LAGR, they're a good team. They played against X3.
X3 did
round 1.
Yeah.
X3 did 7-0-7-1, but they did not lose their composure, and they did get around on them eventually. So I really do think LAGR will take that round, will take that game, because they're a very they're a tightly knit team. Like, I do think they will take that game. What do you think, Bagel?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I like the Hellfire boys a lot, you know. But
yeah.
Again, obviously, me and Mr. Stacks are obviously playing for them.
Yeah.
I know. However, I mean, it's hard to say because we haven't seen much from Hellfire in terms of their actual team. No offense to LAGR, but we didn't see much of them against X3. So, I guess it's going to come down to a lot of things, in my opinion. It's hard to call.
I mean, it will come down to the maps, most definitely. I think, and it will come down to their 2 players.
It depends on which team's got the best strat. Like,
100%.
Most of the time, the round comes down to the strats, but then some of the time it comes down to the frags. That's why when LAGR played against X3, you also a lot of the time you also saw just a main fragger team with the Hibana, but you had the Ash, Sophia. Who else did you have? Ash, Sophia.
Yeah.
You just had main fragger and Ops.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, I mean, my predictions for that game will be LAGR because, in fairness, they're a good team. I will give them that. Against X3, they did, like, even though the outcome was a loss on their part, they still.
To be fair, if I was them, I would have gave up fully. I'm not even gonna lie. I would have give up after getting 7-1 and then seeing it was 6-1. To be honest, I would have just gone fuck it and started memeing. To be honest, but they kept the composure. They carried on playing like they would. They managed to get a round out of it. Yeah, got on them. It was in a pretty nice round as well.
Yeah.
But some of the rounds, not gonna lie, they did throw a couple of rounds. Like one of the maps, it was what, a 2v1. And Sophia was on 20 health or something like that. They, in my opinion, they should have won that round.
100%.
Obviously, at the end of the day, they managed to win it. But It was a good clutch, not gonna lie. Good clutch. They managed to win because of it. At the end of the day, this match is gonna... I'm gonna predict that it'll be two 7-0s or two, like 7-2s.
Yeah.
Rather at the end of the day. This guy's not got this round. Yeah.
No. So yeah, definitely no, not definitely, but I think that that's gonna be a difficult game for
Depending
Hellfire
on
to
who
win.
they have as them two new people they're getting in, they're gonna have to scrim with them to get used to them, obviously. But obviously, these matches are gonna have to be played by Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday. We're gonna cap it at Wednesday.
You're going to cap it at Wednesday. So all these
Cap it at
games have to
Wednesday.
be played by Wednesday. Yeah, I understand that most of you got GO4 tomorrow. So if you don't want to do your game, then it's totally up to you. But we'll need them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's three
Exactly.
days. We had 2 days this week with 4 games on each. No, 3 games on each.
Yeah. Thursday
And
was a
they still
popular
held
day
up
this
well.
week.
We still got the score.
Yeah.
And there was pretty good games as well to watch.
There's some very good games this week, but this week, because last week round one was a very random week because of obviously the stream we did. We picked them out of a wheel, so it was a very random week. This week we've tied it back just a small bit. We're keeping everyone in the same league. We're not separating the leagues by any means, shape, or form. We're just getting some nice, exciting games this week. So, anyways, Brandon, how many games do we have left?
Who's up to Hellfire? 3 games.
Okay, say the next two, and then we'll have a nice surprise for our last game.
You just left.
I know the connection issue thing. I'll join back from the invite you sent me earlier.
Yeah. Alright, so next up we have Solaris, which is another NBD team. They're a pretty
Shout
good
out to the
team,
boys.
and then we've also got against Revive. To be fair, that's going to be a very interesting lineup because obviously Sudder's on
Definitely.
that team. I know Sudder, not personally,
Yeah.
but I know Sudder online. I've played with them a couple of times. Played with the team. The team's pretty good, but to be fair, I'm not even going to give a prediction because it could go either 2 ways.
I
They could
mean,
rather clap them, they could not.
I mean, Solaris are a very good team. High ranks in that team, of course. But once again, not just because they're in my org. Of course, I will be shouting, I'll be backing them 100%. Not in a biased way. I mean, as supporting them, I'll be backing them. But Revive are a very good team. And so are Solaris. That game will be what
That'll
that
be a
will
good
a very
game.
exciting game. That's going to be a game that I would recommend most of you to watch this week because that's
And
going to be an
that's the
exciting
game that
game.
I am probably going to get that Carrot guy to cast.
Definitely,
Because it'll be hyped.
exactly, because that's
It'll
going
be
to
a
be a
good
good
game to
game.
watch.
Yeah,
Obviously, there's draws in this, so obviously they're gonna have to rather pull it together in the last. If it goes to like last rounds, they're gonna have to pull it together and get the win.
yeah, set
Otherwise,
up a
it's just
game
gonna
today,
end up
brother.
as a draw.
But yeah, what do
I
you
mean,
think?
they're both very good teams. They're gonna
Yeah.
have a good battle. I know that,
Oh,
and I just
it's
can't
going to
wait to
be a
watch it.
tough game for both teams. That game will come down to more than likely strategies and how the gunfights go. Like Caesar and French, you talk a lot about gunfights in your streams. Like, how would you say the gunfights will go in Solaris NBD versus Revive?
I don't know, because I mean, both teams have gunners. It's like, you have like Yaris on Solaris, and then you have Moral on Revive. I think honestly, it's gonna be a tight game. Like,
Yeah.
like both teams are very good, but I think Revive are gonna take it. Like, honestly.
Okay, fair point. So, unless anyone else has anything to say, we'll move on to our second last game.
Hold on, yawning.
What are you saying?
I said hold on, yawning.
Oh
Right,
yeah.
and then we've got Locked Up against Stepbro.
Step Rowan though.
I really don't think so. I
I
think
was
that's going to
about
be a
to say
very tight game.
it's going to be a
I
tight
mean,
game. I know obviously Carl on there, as if
I
most of
know
you know him, Fake
Moon
Moo,
player,
or
Moon player
Sorako.
unlocked up.
I mean,
Very good gunner. He can come out in gunfights a lot. Like in fairness,
I mean,
there's very
it's
good players in
it's
both
a
of them
case of
teams.
Moon players is known to play like quote unquote like the cum tops being like Ying Monty. And I mean, I was on Step Bros. I'm still friends with them. I rate them a lot. They're a very good team. I think if Step Bros know how to counter the Ying and the Monty, they will win.
Yeah.
But it's a case of do they know how to?
Well, in this, like, for the Ying with the recent patch, it's going to be hard to counter. In my opinion, a standard lineup now when the team will play Monty, excuse me, you're going to need a Wamai, you're going to need a Jaeger, and you're going to definitely need a Warden. Warden is going to need to stay on site 100%.
Warden will be a very powerful pick now that
Those
that
three
buff for
operators,
Ying
yeah.
is out.
Those three operators are going to be key if a team now are going to be running your Ying Monty. Jaeger, Wamai, Warden. If you do not have them three operators in a team, you're just going to get bump up. Realistically. You're going to get screwed, like.
To be fair, it's going to be an interesting game to watch. Oh, you bitch, Phantom. It's going to be an interesting game to watch.
Yeah. No, piss off, I got knocked.
It can go rather one of two ways. It can come down to just frags, or it could down to obviously the strat.
Yeah.
To be fair,
that is going to be a very good game. I'm gonna like to see that game.
All these games, they're going to be a very interesting matchup. Apart,
so,
not going to lie, apart from Hellfire and LAGR,
Brandon.
Twitch. Yeah, apart from obviously Hellfire, LAGR, I think LAGR is going to win that. That's nothing against Hellfire as a team. Oh, you saw the that's nothing against Hellfire as a team. That's just watching them play against X3. They had some decent strats, but X3 managed to pull it. Well, they managed to win it.
Yeah.
Just because they obviously had the lineup that they needed to counter that strat and managed to take the round.
Some of ye have already predicted our last game, I can tell. So, Brandon, how about you go ahead and let the cat out of the bag and tell
without
everyone
further
the
ado,
main event for round 2.
This will be an interesting game to watch. Most of you already predicted it. Other than nothing else to say really. You probably already know by the time I already say it. But it will be Rebel versus X3. Right?
Definitely.
Yes.
That's
they wanted
going
to scrim each other, right? But to be fair, the way we're doing it, me and Phantom's gonna get annoyed and mute you every 2 seconds, or you're gonna settle this in a game. Yeah, you have till Wednesday to play.
So you're going against yourself. You say the entire thing's random, and you just admitted it's not.
It is random.
We never said it was random.
You said, "Oh, you're either going to keep
the first round was
against each
randomed.
Other." So you're just
first round was.
That's
random.
what we said at the start.
We said this last week that the first round was going to be random picked.
That's why Phantom did it.
Start.
Because obviously he had the PC. I didn't have the PC available at the time.
Put it this way: why, if it was random pick, that's going to leave opportunity for the likes of, hypothetically, let's say, Revive versus Hellfire. Things like anomaly games like that could come up.
But it's a league. You're going to have to play everyone regardless.
That's what we're doing.
Everyone is going to play everyone, but this is going to be round 2 of the league. It is by no means in any way biased whatsoever. Don't forget, we are in the league. We need to play games that people are going to tune in and watch. Otherwise, how are we going to make revenue? How are we going to get people to watch the streams? If it's going to be just shitty games against teams that everyone knows is going to be wipeouts, no one's going to watch them games. They're just going to wait, and they're just going to be like, oh, well, this person is going to win that game, so there's no point in watching it. We, as a league, need to come up against teams. We need to get teams or games that are going to be interesting. People are going to want to watch it. People are going to want to
Me and Phantom talk about this all morning, and we've decided, me and him have decided what would be a good match to watch. That's why we've come up with the teams we have, because it would be a good match to watch, and it will be a very competitive games. Sorry. Like, all the games are going to be interesting to watch. To be fair, nothing against any team. Rather, they're going to come down to one win each, or it's going to be a very tight game for both games, and they're going to come with a draw. But that's nothing against any team. That's just me and Phantom's talked over, and we've been like, right, instead of random picking it, we're gonna decide what's gonna be the best game to watch.
We're an organisation. We need to do stuff that people want to see. You can't
like,
just keep
let's take this as an example. Imagine nothing against Hellfire. Imagine Hellfire against X3. Nothing against Hellfire.
Like,
we know Hellfire.
You get this with like legit every league. It's like in NA Pro League, no one wants to watch fucking Tempo Storm versus E United or Tempo Storm versus EG. In the Premier League, no one wants to watch fucking Stoke City take on Sheffield Wednesday. The shit games happen. It's part of a fucking league.
Right, but we've talked about it. Me and Phantom talked about it, and we've been like, right, let's make this league a bit interesting. People want to watch more of the games.
Exactly.
And obviously, people are going to tune in if it's a good, if they've got a good caster, they're going to hype it up and things like that.
Yeah, it's like in fairness, there would be no point in keep random picking games, because then of course we're gonna have to do streams, and then the more we do it, the more we're gonna have to redo it, because teams are gonna be playing against teams that they already played against before. That's what I've explained, that from now on it's not gonna be random picked, because if it's random picked, then teams are gonna get put out against each other that already played each other, and then that's not what we want in our league, because everyone needs to play everyone. And it's going to take forever then to do a full stream that all the teams play a new team. So that's why from now on we're doing games that are going to be interesting, and also games that are not going to be as interesting but are still going to be good games. So in fairness, you for instance may see that as, oh, they're just doing games for
They're
whatever
just doing
they
it because obviously you've had some beef in the chat. Obviously we've noticed that, we've muted you.
Exactly. But we've taken that opportunity, because now that is going to be a very popular game. I can guarantee you.
In the chat already. I can already see, as soon as we started, I had what? I had Dennis message going, get to the X3. Where was the other one? And Addy going, get to the X3. Like Dennis again going, people only care about the X3 game. So obviously this game, the game that we've just said, is going to be very popular. Going to be a good match to watch. There's nothing else to say. They're going to be a good. It's going to be a good match to watch. I'm going to be watching it definitely, even if I'm doing something. Just run off the desk. I'm going to be watching it. I'm going to not play any streams that night, any scrims that night. But it's going to be a very interesting game to watch.
Right, go on, Bagel. What are your thoughts on it, so on the game?
Well, I mean, you really think I'm going to turn around and say we're going to lose that going into it?
No, we just want you to be truthfully honest. Truthfully honest. Nothing against your team. Just truthfully honest.
We just want your opinion on the game.
I mean, we're gonna win. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Alright, then that's your opinion. No one's gonna hold that against you.
I'm not gonna sit in a team, and then when you ask me the thoughts on who we're playing, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, we might lose that.
Right, but I'm not asking you to do that though.
You're saying my opinion,
truthfully, be honest.
You already know my opinion.
Exactly, we asked for your opinion. We didn't ask you.
You already know
anything else. Your opinion can be we're gonna lose. Your opinion can be we're gonna win. So in fairness, I don't know where the hostility is coming from in that. It's simply, it's a game that's gonna be.
To be fair, right. most of the time I'm not active in the chat. Something breaks out, and I get messaged to deal with it. That's why I mute people, so I can read through the chat and they don't carry on spamming, because then I have to read more. So obviously I just mute them, just to stop it there and then, so I can read through the chat, and then I will speak to Phantom and see what we decide on. Like, I know some of you got annoyed at me atting yous, yeah. Fair enough, yeah. I shouldn't have. But I didn't know that you could at here and it would only at people when they come online. That was my bad, yeah. But thankfully Phantom's told me, so now I'm gonna, well, not gonna start using that, but if I need people's opinions, like, if, I know I saw someone in the recommended channel, they asked if we could use that map GG bands. I thought about using it, but as we started using it, it started glitching out and people couldn't use it, so we had to stop using that.
Exactly.
But I mean, keep the recommendations coming through. To be honest,
Yeah.
that's where your thingy, your opinions.
Exactly.
But
So
all these games are going to be very interesting to watch.
All of these games, like Brandon said, are going to be interesting, but also these games are going to bring in a lot of viewers, both in the NBD League and out of the NBD League. And people have to realize, I'm not going to lie saying, oh, well, we just picked it because it'll be fun. People have to realize we are an organization. We need funds to run the organization. And these funds will come through revenue on YouTube streams, etc. So these games are going to be very popular games. Therefore, people are going to notice, oh, NBD Siege League. This is a very watched game. Let me contact NBD and see if they would like to do a sponsorship, etc. I've already been reached out by 3 companies to be an ambassador for gaming headsets. And I've already turned down one of them because it was fake, and the other 2 I've actually accepted them. And it is because of this league. Because seeing as there's so many games going on in this league, a lot of people are seeing it. So, like, in fairness, I'm being open and honest to everyone watching this right now. NBD is an organization. We need funds to run that organization, and money doesn't grow on trees. That's why these popular games, that's why we do them. Because they're going to bring a lot of people in to watch that game. My expectations are 30 plus people, and then small gaming companies are going to reach out to us, and they're going to be wanting ambassadors and sponsors for their products. So, Biggie, I can see where you're coming from when you're saying it's unfair and stuff like this. But in fairness, you have to look at it from both sides. We can't just keep random picking games and getting 4, 5, 6 viewers a game. That's not going to do anything for NBD. You do realize NBD's name is on this league, so therefore we have to try our best to get this league as popular as possible. And one of the things that we have to do is promote our league through popular games. And if we don't have any of them, well then there's no way we can promote it. So in fairness, that may come as a surprise to people. Most people it shouldn't come as a surprise because that's how every organization is ran. So I mean, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments right now and Brandon will get to it as soon as possible. But if that does come as a surprise to you, it really is. It shouldn't. So, like, Bagel, do you understand where we're coming from?
I get it, I'm just, like...
You just which?
I mean, if you was clear from the get-go rather than saying, oh, we're randoming it, and then halfway through you're like, wait, we're gonna pick the games? You just said we're picking the games.
We said we were randoming it for the first round. That was our announcement. We're going to random pick the first round.
Anyway, can I go? I have shit I need to do. Well, I stop.
Yeah, you can go.
Alright, cheers.
Yeah. So, round 2 games have now been decided. Best of luck to all teams.
They're going to be very interesting. Jeez, I can smell the barbecue already. They're going to be very interesting games. Can't wait for them to thingy. As we've said, these games need to be played by Wednesday. If they cannot, and you have a reason, rather message me or Phantom, or message Vam. Vam will automatically just tell us. So you just need to notify one of us, and we'll deal with it.
Exactly. So that's going to be it for the stream. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And like I said, all these games have until this coming Wednesday to get played. So I'm going to start making the chats now after the stream. And then as soon as possible, can you start organising the games? Last week, some teams they didn't organise the games until the very end. So we need to not do that this time.
To be fair, I want the teams sorted out rather today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's why we've done it as early as we have, because 7. Yeah, fair enough. I'm having a barbecue. That's why I really wanted to do it earlier. So because I'm having a barbecue, so that's why I wanted to do it earlier. But it also gives you lot enough time to do your games, schedule your games. Like if you really wanted to, you could do a couple of games tonight if you really wanted to. But it's up to you. If you want to do the game, schedule it. See if the other team agrees. You just got to come up with an agreement, and then just rather the casters or the players put it in the game schedule. Just don't put obviously the same game twice.
Yeah, I mean, the league is going well at the moment, so let's keep it like that. So yeah, I think that's all that needs to be said. Do we have any questions that need answered, Brandon?
No, not really. Just easy wins.
Easy wins. That reminds me of when X3 put easy in the wall in Clubhouse. That was a bit of a taunt.
That was interesting.
That was interesting.
Right, yeah, it was toxic. Yeah, fair enough. It was a bit toxic, but to be fair, they even agreed. The enemy team even agreed with it. They put in general. I know, I saw it, and he was like, "Oh, it was easy. To be fair, we played shit."
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
that's what we want in the league. Just a bit of banter. Like at the current situation with all the toxicity going on between teams, it's just petty. We can have banter. That's fine. But when it escalates to people genuinely getting upset over it, and me getting 60, 70 plus DMs when I wake up in the morning about this beef, it's just petty. And in fairness, the Siege is a mature game, so I'm not going to guess anyone's age, but more than likely, hopefully, everyone should be mature enough to be playing an 18's game. And the way it's going on, it doesn't look like that. So I need that to stop. Because if it continues, I'm just going to permanent mute all the people who are causing it, and you're not going to get unmuted. And these people getting their alt accounts in, if that keeps continuing, you will be banned. That is classified as spamming and raiding a server, and raiding a server is in the Discord terms of service rules, in case you did not know. So yes, it's not written down in the NBD league rules, but it's written down in the Discord terms of service rules. So in fairness, it's still a rule in the server, and you all need to remember that, because you're all saying to me that some people, when they break rules, well, it's not in the rules. That's because most of the rules are in the Discord terms of service, which is also the rule set for our league as well. But anyways, I'm not going to make this an argument stream. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will see you all shortly.
Just get your games done by tonight, scheduled. Alright, just go ahead. I know this was a pretty long stream, but obviously we had a few things to iron out. Well, cheers for everyone tuning in, and I guess we'll see what happens in a